All right, let's get into making activities with Google Slides. All right, the first thing you want to do is to get rid of this add a title and click to add subtitle. So I'm just going to click above it, drag across, highlight them both, delete. So now is when you have to decide, what do you want the kids to be able to manipulate and what do you want them not to touch? So once you decide what activity you're making, what you want them not to move or touch or do anything with in the background, then you're going to go to slide, edit theme. So this looks really scary at first, but it's really not. This first slide right here, whatever you do to this slide is going to apply to all your slides. So most likely you're probably not going to want to mess too much with theme unless it's something you're going to want on all the slides. Like for example, when I make digital notebooks on the theme, I just put the notebook page and my tabs because it's going to go on every single slide. So I wouldn't mess too much with theme unless you want something the same on all your slides. So I'm going to start with the first slide, which is, it doesn't matter what it says because we're going to delete. All right. So if you want to do a basic activity, say like you're going to do a drag and drop, the first thing you're going to want to do is come up to shapes. I'm just going to show a basic Venn diagram. So I'm going to add a circle. I'm going to come over here and make the circle. Make it a little bit big. Drag it over here. Maybe even make it a little oval. Okay. So now that I have that, I'm going to duplicate it. And then you can do that on your keyboard by hitting Command D. Clicking on it in Command D, it'll duplicate. And then I'm going to drag it over maybe like that. So now it looks kind of weird because one circle's over the other. So that's where you come up here to your paint bucket. Click on the shape you want to start with. Click on your paint bucket. I'm going to pick a color. Right now it's solid. But I'm going to click the paint bucket again. And I'm going to hit this plus, custom. Right here is transparency. So I'm going to click the transparency down to like maybe the middle and hit OK. Then I'm going to come over to this other circle. I'm going to pick another color. Let's say purple. Doesn't really matter. Then I'm going to go to the paint bucket again, click the plus button, click that transparency down to about halfway and hit OK. So now as you can see, there's an obvious place where they intersect. I can bring this one on top. It'll change this color in the middle. If I bring the other one on top, to do that, you click on it and then you go to arrange, order, and you're going to bring to the front. So as you can see, that color inside changes. It's all depending on what you want that color to be. And if you mess around with the colors, you'll get a different color in the middle too. And you can also mess with the transparency. So now that I just have a basic Venn diagram, I need to figure out what I want to label it. I'm going to come and add a text box. And then you can change the font if you want. I always do. Maybe I want them to sort qualitative. Yeah, make that a little bit bigger. And I can bring it more up here. And then I'm going to duplicate it. Come over here. And quantitative. Look at me, I'm pulling out some science lingo here. Qualitative and qualitative. And in the middle, of course, you're going to want both. Put that again. Bring it here. So now it doesn't matter where these text boxes are because this is all going to be non-editable by the students. So that when I click off, I have a Venn diagram, qualitative, quantitative, both. If you want to make it, if you decide you want to make it a little bit bigger, you can drag across all of it, highlight it, and then you can drag it to make it a little bit bigger. Just like that. So now I got a Venn diagram ready for kids to use. So now if I click back over here on my slide deck, as you can see, it looks exactly the same as on that slide master, or the edit theme, I should say. It used to be called edit master, but now they've changed it to edit theme. Now you can see I have that Venn diagram on here, but I can't move or delete anything. So this slide, no matter what kids are going to do, unless they know how to go edit theme, and I'm pretty sure most of them don't, they won't be able to do anything to the slide. So from here, you can do two different things. You can add a text box right on there. And when you click off it, it'll disappear. Or you can add a border by clicking here and adding a border so they can see where they need to type. Or you can add information. I would do shapes. They're a little bit easier to move around. If you want to have them already on here for them to sort, and I would just change this to white and double click on it, and then you can change the font if you want. And then you can just make it smaller, and then you can duplicate it and then type in there again. Obviously something, let's see. I don't know, something like that. I don't even know if I'm doing this right, guys. I don't teach science. So, but you want to just drag them over to the side here. And as you see, that bar popped up. So now I can do that. And so when kids open this up and they have to do a sort, they're all right here. So they can grab that and say, oh, that's quantitative, that's qualitative, and that's both. Just like that. So you have a quick sorting activity for them to do. Something else that you can do if you have a lot of PDFs or worksheets and you want to make them, say, digital, slides is a good way to do that. So let me show you how to do that really quick. So first off, I'm going to delete this because I have to change the page size. So I want to go to File, Page Setup, and I want to do a custom 8.5 by 11. And you have a sheet of paper right here on your thing. So I already have a PDF downloaded. So what I'm going to do is go to this is the PDF I have downloaded. I'm going to go to PDF to JPEG. And you can find some that'll let you do like so many per day for free. And then I'm going to choose my file. I think it's, there it is. So this is my PDF. So I'm going to click that, open it up. And then I'm going to convert the entire page. Takes a minute. And then I'm going to download this. And it's right there. So I'm going to open it up. I put it on my desktop. So now I'm going to go back to my slide. Now that I have my lovely page here, here's what I don't want them to do. I don't want them to move the picture around the screen or any of that. So I'm going to go again to Slide, Edit Theme. And then from that one slide, I'm not going to apply it to all my slides. I'm only going to have one slide. So I'm just going to go to this one. I'm going to insert the image, upload from computer. And I had it on the desktop right there. So now I can move it around. And what I have now is a digital version of that worksheet. So now what do I want them to do? Well, this one says add a check mark for these sources. So I'm going to go to Insert Image, search the web. And I'm going to find check mark PNG. That means transparent background. So once I find one I like, click on it, drag it over, whatever. Really big. I'm going to size it down. And now I have a check mark that I can put in the space. Of course, that's just one. So what I'm going to do is hit Command Duplicate, duplicate a whole bunch of them, just like that. And then I'm going to select all of them like that. Then I want to go to Arrange, and I want to go to Align, and I want to do Center, and then Arrange, Align, Middle. And now I have a whole big chunk of check marks. So I want to move them down here, so I'm going to highlight like that, and then I'm going to drag them over here. So when students are coming in here to do this activity, they can grab a check mark and pull it right to the space and let go. And there's another one to take its place just like that. For this one, you need a fact or opinion. So I'd probably search letter F. An F, 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 F. It doesn't really matter which one I choose. That one's kind of fun. So I'll bring that one over. And then I'm going to size it down. Get too big still, size it down some more. That looks about good. So I'm going to do the same thing, duplicate it a bunch of times, group it, and arrange, align, center, arrange, align, middle. And then I have a group of Fs that I can move around. Just like that. So that is a quick way to take your existing PDFs that you would print out and make a digital version of it that kids can complete on their Chromebooks and turn in on Canvas. So that's just a quick overview of a couple different activities that you can do. I'm also going to link some free templates on the Tech Talk. So hopefully that will help you get started. All right. Have a great day.